That was Martin Marty, who gave the lecture at Wheaton College. Where's the church done well? Where's the church done poorly? A lot of it for him had to do with when the church had compromised the gospel in their own practices. So the incongruity between the life we were living and the life we were talking about causes all kinds of confusion. So that was huge. Sometimes it was when the culture went so far off the wheels that it's as if we are speaking a language unknown to that culture. So we have to try and figure that out too. Where the church has done poorly, though, is where we begin to paint "Thus saith the Lord" across our own opinion. And theocracies often fall apart. There's that great passage from Herodotus and from Plato where they talk about the ring of Gyges, where Gyges discovers the ring of invisibility and it gives him absolute power, and he uses it to kill the king, seduce the queen, sets himself up as the king of Lydia. And Mortimer Adler used to use it as a teaching moment. And he'd say, let's say you were walking by Tiffany's in New York and you saw in the window, the ring of Gyges is for sale, moderately priced, inquire within. Do you go in and buy it? And if you buy it, what do you do with it? And I think most of us, if we really thought about it, it's a good thing to discuss around coffee or tea some evening. If most of us thought about it deeply, we would recognize that it would be a magnifying glass over the goofiness in our own heart. We're all broken, and we're all pretty goofy, and we're short-sighted. And sometimes we do well, and sometimes we don't. The greatest heroes in our midst still have feet of clay, and the worst criminals in a society that's been informed by the gospel is still given a fair trial because they have dignity even if they've plumbed the depths of their depravity. But nevertheless, I had a student one time who said to me, I am applying for a job, there's 80 people who have applied, there's 2 openings, and look at this question on the application. If you had absolute power, how would you use it? And he said, how am I going to answer that question? I said, I don't know how you're going to answer it, but I know exactly how I'd answer it. And I was being informed by this story of the ring of Gyges. And he said, how would you answer it? And I said, I would put down, I wouldn't want to use absolute power unless I had absolute wisdom commensurate with the power to use it well. He actually put that down and got the job because nobody had ever given that answer before. But the thing is, people, we laugh about it, but every one of us has rings of Gyges. If you were loved by somebody, you have power over the heart of that person. If you have children, you have dictatorial power. When to get up, when to go to bed, when to wash up for dinner, when to do their homework. If you are a laborer, you have power over the responsibility of doing right amount of labor to receive a just wage for the work you do. Or are you on the social media when you're at work? If you're an employer, you have power over those people who serve you. Are you paying them a just wage? And we begin to see, if you have a friend, have you been faithful to that friend? I don't think any of us are equal to the task. And somehow all of this brings us to the place where the gospel is relevant. We want to live our lives as coherently as we can, and we want to be quick to ask forgiveness where we haven't. So again, that exhibits a sense in the security of the love of God that we can look truly at ourselves. The unexamined life is not worth living, Socrates says. And if you're not examining your own life, don't worry, the culture will point out to you every flaw. And I think that the gospel should be driving us to that place. I hope that's helpful a little bit.